चलिए ओके जी ओके बाय बाय मैं अभी करता हूँ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਆਫ ਦ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸ਼ੋ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੋਸਟ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਰੀ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਕੋਲੰਬੀਆ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੋਂ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਕੌਂਸਲਰ ਜਨਰਲ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਵੈਂਕੂਵਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਥਿਤ ਨੇ, ਜਾਨਬਾਜ਼ ਖਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ। ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲੇਗੀ ਕਿ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਜੋ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਟਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਪਰਾਲੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਐਂਡ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਐਕਸਪੋ ਵੈਂਕੂਵਰ 2023 19 ਅਤੇ 20 ਜੁਲਾਈ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਵਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਬੀਂਗ ਹੈਲਡ ਇਨ ਪਾਰਟਨਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਵਿਦ Pakistan Western Canada Trade Association. So what are the highlights of this particular expo? What is going to happen and how Pakistan is wanting to have better relations, trade relations with Canada? We'll talk all about this. So let's get over to Janbaz Khan and continue with the discussion. Mr. Janbaz Khan, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Sat Sri Akal.
Welcome ji. ਸੋ ਜਾਨਬਾਜ਼ ਖਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਦੱਸੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਅਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਕਾਰ, ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟਲੀ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਜੀ? ਵਾਟ ਕਾਈਂਡ ਆਫ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਇਜ਼ ਹੈਪਨਿੰਗ ਬਿਟਵੀਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਐਂਡ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ?
The stereotype trade which is going on in Pakistan is Pakistan's strong suit in apparel, in leather, in surgical goods, in other related fields which Pakistan is strong in. From Canadian side, it is basically from Western Canada. It is from Saskatchewan is lentils, dana, oil, canola oil, and we are now using this expo to propagate this thing as well.
So this is the first time expo of this kind is happening in Western Vancouver, Western Canada, I would say. So could you please tell us a little bit about how did this idea conceptualize and what focus is going to be on this particular expo?
Well, it's an interesting journey. It started when I landed in Western Canada in Vancouver as the Consul General of Pakistan for the 6 provinces on the western side. And it was in the middle of COVID that we landed, and what I saw here was that apart from other things, the main thing which was missing was the commercial or the economic push, which was not here. So I visualized that there needs to be an independent platform on which business people can meet between each other and project and propagate the economic and commercial activities. In this effort, Bushra Rahman is the president of the Pakistan Western Canada Trade Association, who was then held by Miss Rabia Dastagir, then Usman Ghani. Later on, General Durrani also was part of it. And from Saskatchewan, Mark Zilke and Miss Ruby from Alberta also became member of this organization. The aim of this organization is basically to stimulate stimulate business between Pakistan and Canada. There are spheres and streams which are novel to this, which includes infotech services, which includes religious tourism, because Western Canada has a huge Sikh population, and majority of the Sikh heritage or Sikh religious places are in Pakistan.
Right.
So it's quite a dynamic organization and quite a it's got huge. It's a lot of fields in which this organization is concentrating on business.
Right. According to the information I have, it's not that there is a lot of trade going on between Pakistan and Canada. It's about $800 million. So what do you think, Janbaz Khan? What is the major hindrance? Why is this trade not developing the way it should? Because there's so much to offer from Pakistan and from Canada to each other.
You must understand one small little dynamic. The Pakistan's main thrust is basically Europe, followed by USA, and then Africa.
Right.
Canada, in comparison to Pakistan, by population wise, is a small country, meaning about 30 to 35. Now I believe it's 40 million people.
Yeah.
While Pakistan is 220 million people. The aim is to introduce Pakistani business to Canadian business, not only in stereotype affairs, like I said, the leather, the apparel, the surgical goods, and so on and so forth. But it needs, main issue in my opinion is that both the countries need to diversify the trade
Right.
from their already spheres in which the trade is taking. The diversification is required so that trade volume grows.
Very true. So, in this particular aspect, what you're talking diversification, what do you think, what scope does both the countries have in increasing their trade? Because, as you said, from the traditional thought process, which has been continuing for so long, what now can be offered by Pakistan to Canada and vice versa?
For example, Pakistan can offer infotech services. For example, the back end of all the programming can be in Pakistan, and the finished product can be used in not only in Western Canada or Canada, but even USA. The second thing would be the religious tourism, like I stated earlier. This is another very important field in which there could be trade.
Right.
Then there is students, education. A lot of students can come from Pakistan to Canada, and you will be, and it's a millions of dollars worth of
Right.
trade, which is investing within the Canadian system of education of universities and colleges. These are but a few things. However, it will not be limited to these 2-3 options, but there are, for example, agrotech service can be taken from Canada for Pakistan.
Right.
Agrotech technologies and services, because it's very advanced here, and Pakistan is an agricultural country, and it can help. And on the other hand, Pakistan is very advanced on seed generation as well.
Right.
That can be given to Canadian side as well.
Well, absolutely. That's a very important part because Pakistan does, of course, is an expert in agriculture, and a lot of things can be learned from there. Similarly, as you said, Saskatchewan is a major, exporter from Canada's side as far as lentils are concerned and other things are concerned. So you also mentioned about the students, international students. We see that a lot of international students are coming to Canada now for studying. What is the status as far as Pakistan is concerned? Is Canada a destination for international students from Pakistan?
Ironically, I would like to bring this to your attention, which surprises me. It is, if students come from Pakistan and they study in Canada, then there are a lot of finances which are coming to Canada in form of tuition fees and hostel accommodations and so on and so forth. Surprisingly, the visa process for Pakistani students is very, very slow. The end result is those students who would love to come to Canada end up going to either USA or UK or Australia or New Zealand, and at the very least to Europe. The visa processing for Pakistani students, for some reason, is very, very slow.
Right.
And and the strangest thing is that the the visa office of Canadian High Commission in Islamabad is in Abu Dhabi.
Oh,
So
okay.
what happens is that gap is delaying the process in a way that it is actually detrimental for education-related investment in Canada to the tunes of millions and millions of dollars.
Of course, because if it is taking too much time, then of course there are many other opportunities which the students can take and go to other countries. So has this matter been
Exactly.
taken up by the Pakistan High Commission with the Canadian government that this is an issue which needs to be looked into?
His Excellency, our High Commissioner in Ottawa, Zahir Janjua Sahib, he has actively pursuing this thing with the Canadian authorities, and we are trying to impede this thing and mitigate this situation so that it is not only beneficial for the Pakistani students to come and get higher education here, but also for the Canadians for them to get this investment.
Right. But what about businessmen who want to come and see the environment here in Canada for investment and for business purposes? Do also they also face these kind of issues of visas and other issues?
Of course they do. And we have raised these issues with the concerned authorities,
Right.
and they have assured us that they are going to address it.
Right.
Let's see how things develop. And this Expo, Pakistan Western Canada Trade Association, which is doing in Vancouver, is an important step towards introducing the Canadian establishment to the Pakistani business potential.
Right. Excellent. Janbaz Khan, it's time, sir, for a small break. We'll go for a short break and we'll be shortly back and learn more from you about the Expo, which is being held from 19th till 20th. What all is happening over there? Which are the major businesses which are coming forward? And as you mentioned, it's going to be a first of its Expo kind over here. So what advantage can both the sides take from each other? We'll learn all about this after this short break.
ਹਰ ਰੰਗ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋ ਹਰ ਮਾਡਲ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਦੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਰਮ ਹੈ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਾਉਣਾ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਨੂੰ ਸੌਖਾ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਬਸੰਤ ਮੋਟਰਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਕੇ
है जुल्म ढाने का अंदाज भी कितना हंसी हमारी जान पर बनाई है जब जब उसने अंगड़ाई ली कभी खामोश रहते हैं कभी शोर होता है मोहब्बत में शरारत का मजा कुछ और होता है दिल को जज्बात का तोहफा खामोशियों को बात का तोहफा खूबसूरती में जड़ी नजाकत अदाओं की चांद से मुखड़े को चांद सा तोहफा
भारत ज्वेलर्स सच्चे प्यार की चमक जैसा पायल बिजनेस सेंटर सरी
ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਰੀ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਰਿਚਮੰਡ ਐਬਸਫੋਰਡ ਜਾਂ ਵੈਂਕੂਵਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਵਾਂ ਘਰ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਰੈਨੋਵੇਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਤਜਰਬੇਕਾਰ ਬਿਲਡਰ ਇੱਕ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟਿਵ ਇੰਟੀਰੀਅਰ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨਰ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਹੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਉਸਾਰ ਸਕਣ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਜਾਂ ਸੰਦੀਪ 6048259295 ਉੱਤੇ
Once again, welcome back to the program. ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਨਬਾਜ਼ ਖਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਜਨਰਲ ਨੇ ਵੈਂਕੂਵਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਜੀ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਐਕਸਪੋ ਜੋ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ ਵੈਂਕੂਵਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਪੋਟੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਬਣਾਏ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਅਤੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਕਾਰ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਐਕਸਪੋਰਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਇੰਪੋਰਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਐਕਸਪੋ ਫੋਕਸ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨੈਸਿਸ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਹੋਣ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਟਰ ਹੋਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਓ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਨਬਾਜ਼ ਖਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੋਲ ਤੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਦਾ ਸਿਲਸਿਲਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ So Janbaz Khan Sahab, as you mentioned that there is a lot of potential between both the countries to increase the trade. We have also heard about the Asia Pacific Gateway. That is a concept which of course Canada also wants. Western Canada is a major hub for exports from here. So is the government coordinating with the Asia Pacific Gateway also that we need to work together and also make both these countries have better trade relations?
There is definitely progress on Asia Pacific Gateway, but they need to focus more on South Asia or in particular the SAARC region.
Right.
Because all these countries which is within the SAARC region, which includes Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, not only do they present a huge population, but it also gives a huge markets for Canadian goods for these countries.
Right.
And it's an excellent effort and it should be pushed and it should be regulated and should be made without any impediment so that the flow of trade and business can be smooth both ways.
Okay. So coming back to the Pakistan Expo now, so are local trades people only participating in this or we have businessmen from Pakistan also who are participating in this Expo?
Despite the visa issues, there are delegations coming from Pakistan on all the fields which I have talked earlier. And they are going to come here and they are going to bring their wares as well and they are going to go for B2B meetings.
Right.
Like I said, the visa issue aside, we are trying to explore ways in which the people who could not come should also be represented here.
Right.
There are local vendors as well. For example, the pink salt. Now that is exclusively Pakistan owned.
Forte, I would say.
And there's a lot of market here as well. That's being concentrated upon. Likewise, from here to Pakistan, logs in
Right.
form of wood and everything is required in Pakistan. So that is being explored. Textile is being explored. Leather goods are being explored. Sports goods are being explored. As you know, 2026 is the FIFA,
Yeah.
and Vancouver is one of the venues.
Right.
So we are building up towards that side as well. So, and you know, Pakistan produces always the FIFA soccer balls as well. So it's kind of a expo which is not going to only happen this year. It's going to become an institution, and hopefully under the leadership of Pakistan Western Canada Trade Association, this event will now become a yearly event.
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. So, approximately how many booths are taking place? And if you could tell us the schedule of this. So, on the 19th, at what time is the inauguration and what all is happening?
Basically, 18, 19, and 20 are the 3 days. 18th is the inaugural ball,
Okay.
so to say, and 19, 20 is the expo dates, and the stalls which are being concentrated on is from 30 to 45, as it is a first of its kind and first time it is being done. So it is being the PWCTA is concentrating in a very focused and a systematic manner to build this institution, so that it is a regular feature between Pakistan and Western Canada.
Excellent. That's wonderful. And as you, sir, mentioned about the challenges, especially the visa issues, which of course are being dealt at the higher level, what else do you feel can help in increasing the trade between both the countries, and especially Western Canada is a hub for a lot of activities, a lot of things are happening over here. Anything else which you feel can be done by either of the countries so that better trade relations develop?
In my humble opinion, and I'm not a trade expert being from the Foreign Service, but in my humble opinion, what I would suggest is that there is a need for Canada on a federal level, British Columbia in particular on a provincial level, to engage Pakistan, and Pakistan is here for that engagement on commercial and business issue. Your Minister Barar Saab has been very actively, the Minister of Trade of BC has been actively communicating and is engaged with the Consulate General. But this needs to be further explored and further developed.
Ji. And Janbaz Khan Sahab, is there any website if people want to learn more, where they can go and learn more about this expo?
Gigi, all you just need to do is just get onto the Google and write Pakistan Western Canada Trade Association and just enter. You will be directed toward the pwcta.org website. The website in itself contains a lot of information regarding trade about Pakistan. It also contains information regarding the Consulate General of Pakistan and also the Expo as well. How you can join it, how you can process your things with the Expo and with the Pakistan Western Canada Trade Association.
Excellent. Sir, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much and best wishes. And we hope this is just the beginning of better trade relations between Pakistan and Canada. And then this Expo will play a dominant role, and with the help of the consulate, things will get better. Thank you very much and best wishes.
Thank you very much, Ji, and very kind of you. I wish this entire endeavor best of luck. And I must acknowledge before I sign off that Pakistan Western Canada Trade Association has done a brilliant job.
Wonderful. Excellent. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਨ ਜਾਨਬਾਜ਼ ਖਾਨ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਜਨਰਲ ਹੈ ਦੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਜਨਰਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ, ਬਹੁਤ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਬਿਟਵੀਨ ਬੋਥ ਦ ਕੰਟਰੀਜ਼, ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਕੋਪ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਟਰ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ। ਲੇਕਿਨ ਆਫ ਕੋਰਸ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਇੱਕ ਇਸ਼ੂ, ਇੱਕ ਮੇਜਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਹਿੰਡਰੈਂਸ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਆਬਾਦੀ ਘੱਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਪਰ ਉਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਲੈਵਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਫਸਟ ਸਟੈਪ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਿੰਡਰੈਂਸਿਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਘਟਾਉਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਰੋਲ ਨਿਭਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਅਤੇ ਆਫ ਕੋਰਸ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਚਾਹਵਾਨ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਆ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਬੈਟਰ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਣ, ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ। ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਐਕਸਪੋ ਵੈਂਕੂਵਰ ਜੋ ਕਰਵਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਜੀ, ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਗੂਗਲ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਾਨਬਾਜ਼ ਖਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਗੂਗਲ ਕਰੋ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਅਤੇ ਪਰਸੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ 2 ਦਿਨ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਬੈਟਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਦੇ ਮੁਲਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਤਤਪਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ। ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹੋਣ ਲਈ। ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਏ ਤਾਂ 604 603 7555 604 603 7555 ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ WhatsApp ਰਾਹੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਔਰ ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਈਮੇਲ ਮੀ at harpreetsingh@gmail.com। ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਹੈ। ਹੈਵ ਅ ਸੇਫ ਈਵਨਿੰਗ, ਸਟੇ ਹੈਲਦੀ ਐਂਡ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਯੋਰਸੈਲਫ।
ਘਰ ਇੱਕ ਐਸੀ ਥਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਹਰ ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੀ ਨਿੱਜੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਪਲ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਜੀਵਨ ਬਤੀਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਦ ਕਿਸੇ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਜੇ ਹੋਏ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਬਦਲਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਨਵੇਂ ਘਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਰੇਮਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਤੱਕ, ਡ੍ਰੇਪਰੀ, ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਡੈਕੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਐਕਸੈਸਰੀਜ਼ ਤੱਕ, ਤੁਸੀਂ SK ਹੋਮ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੁਪਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਹਕੀਕਤ 'ਚ ਬਦਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰੋ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਕੌਰ 6048259295।
ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ? ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਮੋਟਰਸ ਦੇ ਓਨਰ ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਇੰਟੈਲੀਜੈਂਸ ਦਾ ਉਦਾਹਰਨ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਾਰ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਖ ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਮੋਟਰਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਸਰੀ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਟਰੱਕ ਸੈਂਟਰ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੋੜ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੋੜੀਂਦੇ ਟਰੱਕਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸਪੇਸ, ਮੋਡੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਫਿਊਲ ਐਫੀਸ਼ੀਐਂਸੀ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਟਰੱਕ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਟਰੱਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਟੌਰ।